morning. Good morning, everyone. You know, no matter where you end up today, if it's inside the sanctuary or outside here in the north patio or in the airways on Zoom, you can enjoy and participate in our Gathering Anew service. Now, Reverend Karen Foster and Kristen Famila will engage us in new ways. And Philip Moore, Bill Quinby, Emily Montana, and Linda Bowman have worked miracles with our AV and technical systems. And I'm Dave Bianchi, your worship associate for today, and I'm really looking forward to our service. Now, if you're new to us, know that we're a welcoming community and that we care deeply for all people, regardless of racial identity, age, economic circumstances, immigration status, sexual orientation, or gender identity. Our mission is to grow together in love, faith, justice, and joy. Note that there will not be a formal offertory time during the service today, but we do absolutely welcome your offerings and we will collect them. So those of us here at the fellowship can simply leave your contribution or pledge in whatever amount you feel called to do in one of the receptacles inside or outside. And those on Zoom, and of course those here, can text your offering as usual to 73256. That's 73256. Or mail your check to us. But let us know if you need more information. And for those of us here on the fellowship grounds, in order to keep everyone safe, please follow the protocols that have been communicated, such as, keeping that 3-foot distance between households and only 2 in a restroom at a time, wear your mask, do the congregating outside. And I got to tell you, the most difficult for me, no direct hugging, maybe an air hug or an elbow bump. And when we enter the building, greeters will help you guide to your seats. So those of you on Zoom will remain muted during the service, but you can put your comments in the chat box, and you can all stay following the service for coffee hour conversation. So no matter where you are today, sit back, enjoy, and thank you for being with us.
Indeed, what a wonderful day it is to be together for this important threshold moment. We gather anew this morning, brought together by our desire to deepen spiritually, to explore life together and be in community with one another. We are connected to this place, made holy by our presence, online, in person. This sanctuary is all of us together, regardless of place.
If you are on Zoom with us this morning, I invite you to find your chalice, and I invite Emmy and Midori to come forward and light our chalice for us here this morning. May the light of this chalice bless our sanctuary, the sanctuary of our homes, the sanctuary of our open space, the sanctuary of our earth. May the light of the chalice bless our sanctuary. the sanctuary of this community, of ourselves, the sanctuary of our connections to one another.
Make us so where we are a sanctuary, each made holy, loved right through, with thanksgiving. We are a living sanctuary anew. Make us so where we are a sanctuary, each made holy, loved right through, with thanksgiving. We are a living sanctuary anew. There is a love holding me. There is a love holding all that I love. There is a love holding all. I rest in this love. There is a love holding me. There is a love holding all that I love. There is a love holding all. I rest in this love.
We come to this time together of community prayer and meditation when we join our hearts and our minds and our spirits as one. We come in gratitude, in sorrow. We come in lament, in celebration, and excitement. We bring whatever it is that we bring, all of who we are, to this moment in time. I'm going to invite you to take just a moment and in a word or a phrase, just popcorn style, it's fine to overlap, offer a word of gratitude for just a moment that comes to mind. Maybe a person, maybe a place, and just a word of gratitude, popcorn style. And in the same manner, you're invited to offer those names of people that you know need our loving energy sent out today. And those places in the world that need our love sent into those places. I'm aware of Brad Hatchton and Pat Francis both having surgery this upcoming week. And we send out our love and our prayers to all persons and places impacted by violence, impacted by hate, those recovering from fires and smoke. And we take a moment and center the love that we feel so deeply in this community and within ourselves. And we send it outward to all of those people and places who need a hand to hold, those who are feeling depressed and lonely, those struggling with recovery. And we are reminded that we are the hands and feet and voices of love and grace in our world. We continue this time of prayer and meditation together as those with us on Zoom take a moment to record their prayers in the chat.
Whether you are with us on Zoom or here in person with us, I invite you to join me in closing our time of prayer and meditation with a gesture that has become our way of connecting with one another, whether we're online or in person, with one hand on your heart and one hand out to all those around us, saying, we see you and we are with you with all that you are holding in this time. We are connected no matter where we are. Amen.
There is a love holding us. There is a love holding all that we love. There is a love holding all. I rest in this love. There is a love holding us. There is a love holding all that we love. There is a love holding all. I rest in this love.
Though it may have seemed odd when you first heard about it, we're doing this service in a particular way like this today because it's so important to ritualize this threshold moment and mark it and make meaning of it as we go forward together from this place. It's a way of re-owning in this important community all of the ways that we come together, which are way more expansive than they were a year and a half ago. And so we honor those today who continue to hold the space, the web of space, across many miles on Zoom, from many locations, and many will continue to do so. This is literally a threshold moment as we hold space for each other in all of the ways that we come together. We're pondering and thinking about today what it means to be sanctuary. What does that come to mean for us? What does it mean going forward? You know, the word sanctuary has meant a very particular thing for this community historically, and even beyond, as it was a national movement. Some years ago, our congregation became a sanctuary congregation, a safe space for immigrants. We housed one man for a few days, and then David lived with us for many, many months. And he and his family became part of our community as we provided safe space for them. And so sanctuary, in those years that happened and that we decided together to become a sanctuary congregation, that became part of our identity, a symbol of justice for our work in the world and of who we were together, who we could become together. Sanctuary is safe space. And so we now expand on this idea of sanctuary and take it from being a place to an action or a way of being. Sanctuary is who we have become during this time. Our connections and our love for each other in spite of it all. I was overcome yesterday when we had about 40 folks on the back patio for a barbecue and was witness to the conversations and connections, rekindling and new ones, and saw what it meant to be able to connect and look into one another's eyes and have conversations. It was a moment. The sanctuary song that we're singing today that is central to our service, I have some history with this song. It meant a lot to me during many times in my life, but the words were different back in those years, and they were these. God, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. And with thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary, God, for you. And I was reminded of this song again. I think it was Kristen that brought us forth as we were planning the service and what we wanted it to mean and be for our community. You know, songs have a way of coming back when we need them most. And I love our words of our UU version. Make us aware we are a sanctuary, each made holy and loved right through. I love that phrase, loved right through. And with thanksgiving, we are a living sanctuary anew. Our gesture that we have done online together through these long months has come to mean that we are connected regardless of whether we are together in person or not. And during COVID, it has become part of the way that we have claimed our identity as sanctuary, one for another, caring for each other, looking out for each other, staying connected. And it epitomizes who we have become together. It epitomizes sanctuary. We are sanctuary together. And may we continue to grow in this meaning and understanding of what it means to be sanctuary going forward.
Over the past many years, Reverend Karen has reminded us time and time again that we are so much more than what is contained in these walls. That our Unitarian Universalism is lived out beyond the walls of our building. And then a pandemic happened, and it has forced us out of our complacency and our comfort and demanded that we live that, both literally and figuratively, whether we wanted to or not. I'm picturing sitting in the great room a year and a half ago. Imagine sitting in that space with me and having someone come in and tell us that in a year and a half, we would be doing our services outdoors, indoors, online, all at the same time. I would have laughed. I don't know about you, but I would have laughed if they told us that. Imagine someone telling us that it would be possible for folks who have moved away from Northern Nevada to keep participating in our community through programs and Sunday services. I honestly don't think I would have imagined that we would have been so brave to step out of our comfort zone in that way. Just the idea that folks who have moved away could still be an intimate part of our community would have seemed preposterous. As Karen mentioned, historically, the word sanctuary has meant safe space, safe place. And this building here, this place, has certainly meant that for many of us. And over these last 18 months, we have grown into a whole new meaning of the word sanctuary. And though we celebrate today that we will once again have the opportunity to worship within our building, we also celebrate and acknowledge the joy that comes with breaking free from the walls and the invitation to be sanctuary, to live sanctuary as an action. We aren't really regathering today. We are gathering anew. We aren't just returning to the way that things were. We are building a new way of being together. I like to think of us as rebellious churchgoers, imagining new ways of doing Unitarian Universalism together. Sanctuary is not just a place, it's a way of being. Sanctuary is not a noun, it's a verb and an adjective. At UUFNN, we often talk about moving from safe space to brave space. And we are living into that bravery and courage that we need to live out our values in the world. And maybe we got too complacent before in this safe space. So the invitation today is now to continue into new brave ways of being sanctuary. Today, may we recommit to brave space. May we continue as sanctuary anew.
We are living. Oh, sorry. Start again. Forgot the first words. Make us aware we are a sanctuary, each made holy, loved right through. With thanksgiving, we are a living sanctuary anew. Make us aware we are a sanctuary, each made holy, loved right through. With thanksgiving, we are a living sanctuary anew.
In just a few moments, we're going to invite those who would like to go back inside for the balance of the service. We're going to do that in a particular way today, and it's okay whether you made a reservation or not to decide to come inside, and it's also fine to stay outside for the balance of the service. We have plans for the service to happen in both places as we conclude. So you're welcome to make the choice that feels right for you today. We're going to invite you to stay spaced by at least 3 feet. And we're going to invite you to go around to any of the doors. You can come through these doors as long as there's no bunching up. You can walk around to the other doors. And this sort of gets us ready for the ensuing Sundays. But what will happen is a greeter will hand you a couple of chair signs so that between each household, we can have 2 chairs on either side of each household. And so you'll place those on the chairs on either side of you so that folks can see not to sit in those particular chairs. And so in this way, I'm going to invite this to be a particular moment. We'll sing Sanctuary as we're going in, fully masked correctly. And I'm just going to invite you to be present to the moment of crossing the threshold. I want you to have a moment of awareness and of all that comes up. The sadness, the grief, the joy, the celebration, whatever it is for all of us. And for most of us, it's quite a mix. So as you cross the threshold, have a moment of noticing and awareness of what that feels like. To have the opportunity to gather anew differently than we have been able to. And so we hold the space for this all together. Those who are gathered on Zoom, across the electronic airways, will hold the space as we do this all together. And so, if you would like to enter the building, as we start our song, Sanctuary, I'm going to invite you to rise as you are able in body or spirit and make your way to one of the doors. It may be a little messy, a little chaotic, and that's okay for today. We're going to claim this threshold moment and all that it means from all of the places that we gather from. Let us rise in body or spirit and make this journey together.
Sanctuary anew, make us aware we our sanctuary, each made holy, loved right through, with thanksgiving we are living, sanctuary anew. Make us aware we are a sanctuary, each made holy, loved right through, with thanksgiving we are living, sanctuary anew. Make us aware we are a sanctuary, each made holy, loved right through, with thanksgiving we are living, sanctuary anew.
As we gather anew as sanctuary for one another, let us see with new eyes the many ways that our space holds us.
We invite you to look anew at this space. Look where we are together. Whether you are in your home on Zoom, or here in the great room, or outside, we invite you to look around you with new attention and with new intention, as if seeing the space for the very first time.
Notice what you see and notice how you feel.
May we never take for granted our communities and our places and ways of being sanctuary. May we reclaim sanctuary as all those ways, all the ways that we have been and are and will continue to be community for one another. I'm going to invite you to say the words of our sanctuary song after me, and may this be who we continue to become. Make us aware we are sanctuary. Each made holy and loved right through. And with thanksgiving, we are living sanctuary anew. So let's sing it together one more time. Folks inside are invited to sing in your hearts as we join in these special words once more.
Make us aware we are a sanctuary, each made holy, loved right through, with thanksgiving we are living, sanctuary anew. Make us aware we are a sanctuary, each made holy, loved right through, with with thanksgiving, we are living sanctuary anew.
I knew it was going to be a moment, and probably one that no matter how much you prepare, you can't really completely prepare for. I'm so grateful to this community and all of you for all of the ways that we have stayed connected and the ways that we have been such deeply sanctuary together. I want to especially thank today all of those who have helped spend hours of their lives, hours and hours of their lives to help us through this time and help bring us to this moment today. I want to thank our committed and steadfast music folks, Bill, Marilee, all those who have contributed musically. I want to thank our indomitable tech team who has wreaked miracles including today, which was a complicated enigma to put together. I want to thank our board, our COVID-19 task force, the staff. Everyone has just been amazing and dedicated and committed to bringing us to today. So thank you, and thank you to you. In this first day of uncertainty of how it's going to feel, of what it's going to look like, what's it going to mean, how will it be to be back inside, I want to thank you for being part of the service and bringing this about today. And Kristen has a word about some of our fall programs.
Before I tell you about our fall programs, I want to say a special thanks to Reverend Karen. She has held us grounded during a pandemic, which is something that most ministers do not have to carry their congregations through. So I just want to express deep, deep gratitude for Karen holding the place for us to do what is needed and for us to hold the place of being who we are outside of the pandemic. She has held so much over the last 18 months and will continue to hold so much over the next year.
I love you guys, you know that. And as hard as this has been the last 18 months, I would not have been anywhere else. So my thanks is to you. In the upcoming Sundays, we're going to be doing a worship series called Rising Strong. It's going to be incorporating the work of many people, including Brene Brown. But it's a way of helping us understand what it means to go forward from such a time as this. And it will be all about resilience and taking care of ourselves, and a little bit of looking at what this has meant, and so how we integrate where we've been into where we're going. So really invite all of you on Zoom in the coming weeks for that really particular series for this particular time. And next Sunday, for those of you who make a reservation online, We will come in at the beginning of service a little bit like we used to do and have the entire service inside for those who come in person. And we'll also, we're continuing to, our amazing tech team get up to speed on our multi-platform, so we will also be staying on Zoom indefinitely. We will be a community inside and outside these walls going forward. You're invited to drop an offering in the basket on your way out today if you would like. And the slips that our membership folks have asked you to fill out, you can drop those in the basket as well. That would be awesome. And
Karen.
folks, yes.
We do actually have fall programs coming up that I wanted to share with folks. We have 5 brand new programs that we hope that you will sign up for. A couple of them really do require advanced registration. So I hope that you will register for those that we're offering. And all the information can be found in the e-announce.
So getting back to our script after all the things that were off script. Folks on Zoom are invited to stay for coffee hour conversations together, and you're invited to have conversations as well out of doors. We want to get in the habit for the foreseeable future to safely move our distance conversations out of doors. So thank you for adhering to all of the safe COVID protocols that we want to continue to have in place. And you're invited to sing along in your hearts with our closing song.
Walk in rain, walk in rain with me. Come walk in rain with me. Come walk in rain with me, that I might know your mind. And I'll bring you home when home is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love. Walk in rain. Up Shallow Road, sorry. Come share a rose with me. Come share a rose with me, that I might know your mind. And I'll bring you home when home is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love.
Beloveds, as we receive our final benediction and blessing together, let us make the other gesture that has united us on Zoom in our windows throughout the last 18 months. Beloveds, you and we are sanctuary. loved right through. We are making sanctuary anew. Let us move the word sanctuary from noun to verb for all that we can become together as we go forward. Blessed be. Amen. Namaste.